So I wanted to make money, and that was like my first big deal. So I just took the products. I told daddy I was leaving for somewhere. I took the product. I ran. I went through public transit that time. So coming down from the bus, it actually like it's a telescope. So I started running a surgical telescope. So I ran, and what I did was there was a guy coming, and because of I was furious at that moment with my speed and like my anxiousness. Like that was my big sale. You know, I told you I kind of like hit the stuff on one woman's shelf like a container. So the tip got damaged. The thing cost me more. I had to like go back to I had to go back to like replace it, and I didn't tell dad, but it cost me like number one, I wasted transport for that day. Number two, I had to repair that. I didn't end up repairing it. Let me say the truth. I didn't end up repairing it. I just had to like hide it so that my dad won't see because I work for my dad.
Can you explain the key differences between laparoscopic and endoscopic surgical devices?
Okay, okay. They are actually like they are let's say quite similar in a way. But let me start by defining the two. Laparoscopy can be defined as a procedure where there's just this small incision made within the abdominal region, and it's like we just the procedure is made with a surgical like telescope being passed through to like reach out to organs and operates organs within those regions. Why endoscopy on the other hand, it's just like it's a surgical procedure made with an endoscopy, but they are divided into two: the gastroscopy and the colonoscopy part of it. The gastroscopy part where you reach the upper part of the gastro intestine tracts, while the colonoscopy has to do with you reaching the lower part of the gastro intestine tract and all that. So their instruments are quite similar from the beginning because of you need a stack. What I mean by a stack, a full stack, which comprises of the monitor, the video processor, the insufflator, the light source, see where the difference now comes in. Um, when you are doing when you are doing an endoscopy procedure, you need this. There's a particular instrument that must be involved, which is the gastroscope and the colonoscope. They are this flexible camera type, which they use to like checking organs when they are in. And why the laparoscopy on the other hand, like I said earlier, is just the use of the telescope. You need the telescope, you need a trocar, you need a laparoscopy scissors. Those are like the cutting scissors and a grasper. So those are the instruments you need, and that's it. And you, like I said, you also need the full stack. You need that full stack also that I mentioned for the endoscopy. So that the difference is you just plug a pigtail to the insufflator, and that's it.
How do you stay updated with the latest advancements in laparoscopic and endoscopic surgery?
Like for me, I I stay updated by one going to seminars. There are associations for every professions in like every professions you see. And so there's this association of cardiothoracic surgeons. These are body that governs the entire like they govern the entire cardiothoracic surgeons in Nigeria as a whole. So I go to seminars like that because that helps me to reach out to my clients on time. Like these are where I go to and I know that yes, my client are here and I go to meet them. And secondly, I go for this very known one. Like I make sure I attend it like yearly, which is the Medic West Africa. There, you get the updates. They tell you get to see newer machines like in the medical industry and the surgical industry at large. Those are places we gather to like rub minds and share updates. Like okay, you get me where you see update and you're like, okay, yes, this Is the new like these are the new advancements when it comes to like this procedure, and these are the instruments we need that will make that will make a particular procedure go faster.
What strategies do you use to identify potential clients and build relationship with them?
Number one, the way I identify my clients is when I like I told you earlier on, I go to seminars to meet my client and all that. But secondly, the way we get clients the most is you see those doctors you've met probably in seminars and um or seminars and workshop. They are the one that give you the clients. They like prescribe instruments, yes, for patients to come get for us. So basically, those are the way I go and I identify. And the way I build my relationship with them is okay. Yes, once I get the clients, I make sure that yes, any instrument I have that is new in the market, I show him like I go to him and I'm like, "Hey, doctor, I have this instrument and it's for this and it's for that and he's like, okay, yes, it's like I will need this." So that's how I go about that.
Can you describe a challenging sale you've made and how you overcame the obstacle?
It's just what we go through. Like not most of the time, but there's how we go through that. When you deliver an item to a client, and the next thing, if they tell you the instrument is being like they tell you the instrument is being returned. It's actually a challenging one because one, in any case where an instrument is not being used, just know that a patient life is being lost. Just like yes, they've after the opening, after the incision and all that, if it's an endoscopy surgery, let's say if it's a gastrointestinal like procedure and his intestines are badly damaged, it leads to return of the instruments. Number one, I'll definitely feel sad because of so somebody's days like is counting because of a particular the procedure did not hold because of how damaged his or organ is, and I feel sad and how I just have to like take back the goods and well, the thing basically aside making what are they calling it profits. The main aim of my work in general is definitely to save life. Because let me tell you the truth, I've had many occasions where my instruments like did save a life. That's what it is.
How do you tailor your sales pitch to different types of medical professions, like surgeons, hospital administrators, and other medical institutes?
On we sell laparoscopy and endoscopy cases, but the thing is, we know our clients already. So these ones, there's no need like there's nothing like tailoring your sales. You know, definitely your targeted audience are the surgeons that are actually doing on laparoscopy and endoscopy. Definitely. So once you just if you are driving through and you see like a mighty building like an hospital and you just read through the kind of medical services they render. So once you just see endoscopy, anytime I'm driving through and I see endoscopy and laparoscopy, stuck in my mind. Yes, I'm going to this hospital to like to to make them my potential.
What do you think are the most important factors for a successful sale in the medical device industry?
So it's just you reaching out, you grabbing your sale, and the feedback matters a lot. Let me just by the time you go, you deliver, and you get feedback like, okay, yes, we are happy. You could help us deliver this, and we've searched everyone. Yeah, I can't get this instrument, and it came true for us. So feedbacks like that, like make us happy and definitely make us like want to like push more in like improving our brand.
Then, how do you handle objections or concerns from potential clients about the cost or effectiveness of your devices?
That's very nice. Okay. To answer this, it's going to be like a story pattern. It's just once my doctors, like my clients, give prescribe some instruments for patients to get. Anytime they come, I hear stories like, It's expensive. What is it even used for? Can't this small thing because of let me tell you, when it comes to endoscopy and laparoscopy, the instruments are always very small, but they cost a lot. It they cost a lot. Ah, just to buy an EEA stapler, that is the one used for end-to-end anastomosis. If I tell them, okay, this thing is what, like, we distribute IR brands, so we distribute IR brands, so big brands in the market like Covidin and Metronics. Um, Covidin is Metronics, sorry, Metronics and Eticon, and also we also distribute Apply. So anytime I tell them, okay, this particular stuff is worth 350K, they are always like, they if you see, I normal, you just see them make this kind of they exclaim and they're like, why is it so expensive and all that? So you have to talk them through that these are actually the best brand outside, and ma, I just have to explain to them. Moreover, the doctors have done this explanation. I have to explain to them. I have to tell them, number one, this procedure you are going for, it's very effective. Number one, the person you are buying these staplers for, these instruments for, won't even lose his or her blood, definitely. And anytime the procedure is done, the early discharge dates, they are discharged like in a space of 24 hours. So I have to talk them through and guide them. Like, I have to tell them, okay, yes, this is why this is worth this amount, and this is the use. And definitely, you guys will definitely like the results.
So do doctors refer patient owners to you people?
Yes, a lot. That's you know why. Some hospitals, I don't just know why. Because of the cost of the items, some hospitals don't buy this product and keep. What they do is they anytime there's a procedure for that, they just write it down, and they tell the patient, go get this from these people. So they just write my number down. I get calls like that. I know what to do when orders like that come in. So say they loud. Those instruments are very, very expensive for hospitals to like just buy and keep. And that's just it.
So what other job do you do aside from selling these medical devices?
Um for now, no. But in the future, I'm thinking of getting into fashion. I just like styling. I mean, in general. I just want to like look good and confident. So with that, I want to help others because I know how to do that. I want to like help others and look good and confident through styling them. I want to be a that's just it in general. That's why I'm in the fashion.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. And now we move to the segment of the honesty game. Who inspires you and why?
Okay. My dad does. Why? Because I've seen that man go from something to nothing. That nothing was like a long period of time then when he talk back. He's a hardworking man, he's like he's a God fearing man, highly spiritual. He's my inspiration, just in total. The way he pushes, like he has this force, the way he drives, and he just wants to like push it to make it. And he's always like my guardian through my go to when I need when I'm in doubt and when I need solutions.
Okay. What is one fact about you that most people would never guess?
One fact about me that people will never get. Um, sure, now, so I don't think there's any fact that people because of by the time we are close and I'm drawn to you, definitely I talk myself out. You will know my in and out, so I don't think I have any hidden fact.
What is one important item on your bucket list?
Wow, that's nice. Just want to sit down at that driver's seat. My hands like this. The Rolls Royce. I know that will sound fun, but that's just one thing. I want to make it to that level. So, when seated at that driver's seat, mm, the Rolls Royce.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
coming
coming
to
to.
our show today,
You're
and
welcome.
thank you
Thank you
for
for coming.
coming.
You're welcome.